What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm excited to bring to you the next team that we have coming to Marvel Strike Force, and it is called the Shadowland team. And this is one we've gotten some teases for already. We have White Tiger coming, we've heard about Moon Knight, and we've heard about Daredevil and Elektra and their little reworks. And now we're getting a rework to Night Nurse, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this Night Nurse rework looks absolutely incredible. And honestly, this team looks pretty good overall. There are some concerns, and we're going to talk about that in this video, because the last time we had a team debuted through the Envoy program, the embargoed information, that was Skill Military, and honestly, that team did not deliver. It was a very hit and miss team. There was a lot of RNG behind it with Yelena and her ultimate. If she applied Disrupted, then you had a good chance of winning your matches against Marauder teams. But if she did not apply that Disrupted, well, you were kind of sunk. So there are things that Scopely is doing behind the scenes with this team right now, and it's why the footage right now does not look that good. And apologies if you guys hear any background noise. They're plowing outside. We got some nice snow over the past couple of days. They are working on this team behind the scenes. Everything you guys are going to see in this video is subject to change, and they are doing this because they want to make sure they get this team right this time. The problems with Skill Military and what happened there, not good. A lot of players were left unhappy. I know I felt pretty burned about that team. A lot of high-end players felt burned by investing in that Skill Military team. So Scopely wants to make sure they get this team right. So kudos to Scopely on that. Big props to them. I'm very glad to hear that they're doing that they're actually kind of trying to make sure this team delivers. So they're trying to make this team what Skill Military was promised to deliver, and that is going to be a very strong war offense team that not only counters Marauders, also possibly counters Black Order. We're going to talk about that as well, and also a very strong counter to Asgardians as well. So we're going to break down all of that in this video. So the 5 characters on this team are Night Nurse, Daredevil, and Elektra with their reworks, and the introduction of Moon Knight and White Tiger. You guys are seeing their animations play around in the background. Yeah, this team on paper looks very good. We're going to go over that kit right now so you guys can see that, and you guys can see the power this team is supposed to bring to the table. And hold on, because this team looks incredible. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to lose your mind when you see this rework to Night Nurse. So let's start off with Moon Knight here, and we'll start off with him. And again, subject to change before release. So this could change. They may change some things here, and we'll talk about that because I do have some concerns about some of these kits, and we'll talk about that in this video. So Moon Knight, he is a Hero City Mystic Brawler character with the Shadowland tag. The Shadowland is this new team of 5. Like we have with Skill Military, you're not going to have these 5 Shadowland characters. His basic is called Disassociative Strike. Attack the primary target for 340% damage and gain a random positive effect for 2 turns. And that positive effect can be either counter, offense up, or speed up. And when forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to Shadowland characters. We don't know how much less that number is yet. This is part of them fine-tuning things. We don't have a set number for that just yet. His special is called Night Guardian, 5/5 energy cost. Attack the primary target for 310% damage. Rebound chain to 3 to 5 adjacent targets for 240% damage. Gain 100% crit chance on any target that has a negative effect. His attack cannot be blocked, and counterattack breaks this chain. So we're actually going to see this on a couple different things. This team is gonna kind of negate boosts for some of these abilities. You're going to see this with Daredevil as well, where his ultimate can't be blocked. So you have these abilities that cannot be blocked. They're big kind of things. So his ultimate is called Death from Above, a 6/6 energy cost. Attack all enemies for 380% to 500% damage. This is part of their subject to change part. And apply heal block. And a 50% chance to apply up to 3 additional negative effects for 2 turns to each enemy from this list. Bleed, blind, defense down, disrupt, offense down, or slow. 6 different abilities. But one of my concerns is something I already voiced to Cerebro, and hopefully they can give it back to Scopely here. This is something like we saw with Yelena. There's a lot of RNG with this ability. Only a 50% chance to apply up to 3 negative effects. That's not ideal because you have 2 different layers of RNG. You have a 50% chance to apply the effects, and then you have 3 of the effects from that list. 2 different layers of RNG here. And this is what my feedback was to Cerebro was, Let's make that a guaranteed chance, and let's drop it down, because a guaranteed chance to land 3 negative effects, that seems pretty freaking powerful, especially these ones, like Blind and Disrupt and Offense Down. Those are strong negative effects. So let's try to make this guaranteed, and let's drop it down to like 1 or 2 negative effects for 2 turns. I think that would be a little bit better here, because just that 50% chance, like, what if you don't land any negative effects? Like, that's not going to feel really good for players. And this is something we want to kind of like avoid that we had with Yelena here. So we'll see what they do with that. 100% to 200% bonus focus for this attack. So again, they're trying to boost focus on this. And in war, this attack clears all positive effects on each enemy. Which, whew, man. With that bonus focus, yeah, that's going to be pretty nasty. And then his passive is called Fist of Khonshu. Khonshu? Someone will have to tell me how that's pronounced. This character cannot block, and if this character gains deflect, or at the end of any character's turn, if this character has deflect, flip deflect to offense up and fill speed bar by 20%. Gain 15% damage reduction, gain 40% resistance, 30% max health for him and Shadowland allies, and in war, while this character has counter, gain 50% bonus damage. So you're going to gain counter possibly from his basic here. I think Striker may be an interesting one to go for if you can get those bonus attacks and those bonus of positive effects in, that could be pretty interesting with Striker. We'll have to talk about this later on down the road. But this right here with the deflect and the bonus speed bar, I already asked Scopely about this. What they're saying here is that if you apply boost to this team on defense, it will clear the deflect and automatically give Moon Knight 20% speed bar at the start of the fight. So pretty cool there. It's a nice little way to kind of like get a little power of that deflect and that boost, but I think this is going to be a much better war offense team than defense. White Tiger, pretty much the same tags here. Hero City, Mystic, Brawler, Shadowland. Basic for her is Rising Claw, attack the primary target for 300% damage and apply heal block for 1 turn and defense down for 2 turns. This attack deals double damage to summoned characters, and when this character performs a counterattack or assist, she applies defense down for 2 turns and slow for 2 turns on each target. Yes, I'm already liking this. When forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to Shadowland characters. So we're seeing this mind control counter here. We're seeing this with both Moon Knight and White Tiger. You're also going to see that on the other characters as well. But I am going to be curious to see if this, I don't think this is going to work for the ISO attack for Striker. But this will be interesting to see how this works overall. That's a really interesting thing, and we do know Daredevil's going to be able to give this team counter. You can already guess that's going to be in his reworked kit. Special for Stalking Slash, energy cost of 4/4. Attack primary target for 140% piercing and 20% piercing per Shadowland ally. Bonus attack 3 times for 60% piercing, plus another 20% per Shadowland ally. Apply heal block for 1 turn and disruptor for 2 turns. In war, apply ability block for 2 turns as well. Yeah, guys, that's a lot of damage. That's turn 1. That is turn 1 with this. That's a lot of damage. You're talking 160% piercing damage for each of those bonus attacks 3 times, and then another 240% bonus piercing damage on that primary attack. She is going to shred someone with this special. Very, very cool to see this. And as we go through some stuff here, you're actually going to see this in play. You're going to see how badly she can shred some people with this. That disruptor for 2 turns, that's big, and ability block for 2 turns as well. That's pretty important too. Ultimate is called Thrill the Fight, 2/4 energy cost. Heal self for 50% of this character's max health and clear all negative effects. Attack the primary target for 600% damage and apply heal block. Still pretty good there. Self-cleanse there, nice. Passive is called Eye of the Tiger. On spawn, feels speed bar by 10% plus 5% per Shadowland ally for self and all Shadowland allies. On spawn, gain offense up for herself and all Shadowland allies. On kill, fills speed bar by 70%, 50% bonus focus for herself and Shadowland allies, 30% bonus resistance for all of them, and 20% damage on war offense for all of them as well. So they are kind of given some war defense bonuses in here, but they're still trying to emphasize this is going to be a war offense team. That 20% bonus damage here plus the offense up, Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy team. Yeah, that offense up here, the 20% bonus damage here. You mix that all in here with her special and the stalking slash. That's gonna be a lot of damage. And then we have the reworks. Daredevil, his base health has been improved by 11%. He's added the trait of Shadowland. His basic is now going to always bonus attack instead of just a 50% with a double against villain. And when forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to Shadowland allies. Not surprising there. His special now applies counter to Shadowland allies as well. And then his ultimate, if this character has 3 or more Shadowland allies, his attack cannot be blocked. Same amount of damage on it as before, counterattack does break it, but no longer can be blocked if he's on a Shadowland team. His passive has got a nice little buff here as well. The speed for self, defender, and Shadowland allies gain dodge chance per defender or Shadowland ally as well. 10% bonus damage is already there. And then in war, if this character has offense up, gain 25% crit chance for each Shadowland ally, additional 10% speed from self, and Shadowland allies also get an additional 10% speed. Guys, this is like, it's one of the big problems with skill military was the speed up kind of affected them and made them great out of the gate, but then they were drastically slow after that. Daredevil with this team is just going to just kind of ramp up this team. This team goes fast right away, and then they maintain that speed because of the passive with Daredevil here. This is nuts. And this offense up, 25% crit chance for each Shadowland ally. We already talked about this here. That ultimate can't be blocked. And now with this, it's a guaranteed crit on everybody that he hits with that ultimate. So yeah, Raider looks like it's going to be really good for Daredevil, because that's going to basically apply vulnerable across the board on the enemy team. That's nuts. I mean, can you imagine that? It changed, so it's going to go down the line. So it's not going to rebound. You're going to hit everybody with this as long as they don't have counter. Yeah, this is pretty nuts, guys. Then Elektra, her base health has also been improved by 11%. Her basic, if this character has 3 or more Shadowland allies, that will also allow her to apply bleed, and she also gains 1,000% bonus focus for this attack. She already had that, and the damage reduction if attacking Shadowland characters. Alright, so then her special, the same, it's been buffed here in damage, goes from 160% damage to 300% damage, and then clears either 2 or 3 positive effects, and gains stealth for 2 turns instead of 1 turn. So nice little buff on her special, but her ultimate's the big one here. Attack the primary target for 530% damage. Almost at 1530. It's too much. 530% damage on the ult attack. On her new ultimate, she attacks for 600% and 20% piercing. In war with 4 or more Shadowland allies, apply disrupted for 2 turns to the primary target, and 500% bonus focus for this attack. This is another big thing with Yelena, where her disrupted didn't really work if you had that block and the bonus focus and everything, bonus defense on Strife. They're kind of tuning this now to make sure she can land that disrupt against Strife at the beginning of the match. So that's very big for her. On her passive, on spawn, apply evade and stealth to all adjacent Shadowland and hand allies. In war, she gains 40% bonus focus. Shadowland all allies also gain bonus focus. On spawn, she generates, oh my gosh, I can't speak. I'm so excited about this team, I can't even talk straight. On spawn, generate 1 ability energy for herself, and if this character has 4 or more Shadowland allies, 85% chance to revive on death. Much better for her. She's going to be very annoying now to kill in a Shadowland team, which is great. So she's got 40% bonus focus here, and if you go back and look at White Tiger, you get another 50% bonus focus here. You're going to get huge amounts of bonus focus with this team. So a lot of bonus max health, a lot of bonus focus. There's some bonus resistance here and there. Yeah, guys, this team's gonna get some very big buffs, and this is gonna be the problem though with this team, is that it looks like it's gonna work okay outside of war, but there's a lot of war bonuses here, and we'll have to see how this team performs outside of war. I feel it's gonna be a solid team for something like Blitz. Not so much Arena, but I think this team's gonna do okay. Let's see, Night Nurse. I don't want to go back there, but yeah. So yeah, this looks pretty good for Elektra, and then we get to the MVP of Reworks here, Night Nurse. Her new attack, or her new basic attack, attacks the primary target for 320% damage, and apply slow for 2 turns. Now guaranteed to apply that slow instead of just 50% chance. If this character has 2 or more Shadowland allies, flip 2 positive effects to negative effects on the primary target, and a damage reduction when forced to attack Shadowland allies. Her special, and buckle in boys, this is where it gets crazy. Her special now, clear 3 negative effects from the most injured ally and all adjacent allies. Heal the most injured ally and all adjacent allies for 400 or 4,200 health and 20% of this character's max health, and call the ally with the highest damage to attack the primary target. Her ultimate is going to now also flip 3 negative effects on the self and all Shadowland allies. Not cleanse, flip. We're getting Scientist Supreme stuff going on here. Her healing amount has been buffed, 4,000 health plus 15% instead of 3,200 and 10%. Nice little buff there, and still applies 2 regeneration to each ally. And then you get to the passive. On turn, 25% chance to heal the most injured ally for 15% of this character's max health. When this character or any Shadowland ally drops below 50% max health, apply defense up to that character and fill this character's speed bar by 30%. In war on turn, heal the most injured Shadowland ally for 15% of this character's max health. This lady carries the Shadowland team, from what we can tell. Anytime someone drops low on health, she fills her speed bar. She then heals that character. She's also given them defense up. She's gonna move fast. She's gonna heal a lot. She's gonna flip negative. She's gonna flip positive effects on the enemy. She's gonna cleanse and flip effects on your team. A lot of healing, guys. This is the rework for Night Nurse that you really couldn't ask for a better rework on Night Nurse. This looks absolutely crazy. So with all that in mind, we go back here to the Marauder fight, and it starts out right away. I'm gonna speed this up. Sorry, give me a second here. We're gonna speed this up to double the speed. So here's what we've got going on. So you have the ultimate from Elektra, goes right away. Ideally lands disrupt. Now there's no UI here, so you can't really see the negative effects, but I'm going to assume it lands disrupt here. She has a huge amount of bonus focus now, so it's a pretty good chance, even with deflect on that character, she's still going to land it. White Tiger goes with her special, shreds. We have the ultimate here with Moon Knight, clears all positive effects on the enemy team, so they no longer have defense up, they no longer have boost on them. They are vulnerable here. Strife is still up, but now they also have negative effects on them. And then here we go. We have Daredevil use his ultimate, goes down the line, crits everybody, shreds them, kills Strife. And then we have Night Nurse go, and she applies speed down to Emma Frost. And yeah, at this point, it going to go a lot better. So with Mystique going, we have the damage reduction there with the mind control. A lot of evades going on there, so Sabretooth didn't really do anything. Clone Daredevil, but that's not going to do too much. And yeah, we're going to get the cleanse here. We're going to get the immunity on the enemy team. And I mean, at this point, they're still behind because they've lost Strife at this point. Now Mr. Sinister is gone. We're getting stealth on Elektra. We're just kind of going through things. We got the ultimate there with White Tiger. That looks pretty cool. And now they're down to oh my gosh. Look at that. Hold on. We gotta speed that. We gotta go back. We're gonna have to slow that down. That looked sick. Let's see that in slow motion here. Yes. Okay, she evaded that first attack, rebounds back to Emma Frost, and just, yeah, that looks like so much fun. Mystique evades again, but then there you go, you get the attack in with White Tiger, and yeah, I mean, this just looks good. The animations look very good, and this is what I'm going to talk about, is on paper, this team looks good. In practice, with the footage they sent us, it looks very good. And the fact that Scopely is willing to take the time and fine-tune this team and make sure it actually like delivers this time instead of what we got with Skill Military, I'm feeling pretty positive about this team. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this? Are you guys excited for this team? Are you guys hoping that this is not a repeat of Skill Military? How do you guys feel about this team after what we had with the last team? I want to hear from you guys. And also, any feedback you guys have about the kits or any concerns you guys have, make sure to drop them down below as well, because we want to make sure we can send all this feedback to Scopely so that they can kind of fine-tune things and make sure they get this team right. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video.